Hello and welcome to the live stream tonight. It's bloody hot here. It really is. But yeah, it's summertime, so that's what it is. Dry and very hot. Okay, so tonight I will be speaking about how useful discomfort is in getting deeper and connecting deeper with your essence. Okay, just let me put on Skype. When you are watching for the first time, you're here for the first time on the live stream here, then you can connect through Skype. My Skype address is Lee Hogenberg 72. It's written the same as my channel, and you can send me questions on Skype. And if you would like to talk with me live, you can also do that through Skype. You just need to have an account. And when you would like to receive direct notifications about me going live, or also about uploads of live streams or other videos, then you can subscribe to my channel, and you can do this by clicking the little button that says subscribe, and next to the button is a little bell, and then when you hit the bell, then you get also the notifications. Otherwise you are just subscribed but you don't get the notifications. So these are the practicalities, very important. And now let's go deeper into this mystery or this experience that you're having. So what is it that you are experiencing? And I'm not speaking about what your ideas are or your thoughts, but I'm only speaking about your bodily sensations, your emotions or frustrations, or that's all part of emotions, and your feelings. So it's every moment there are different sensations coming up in your body, and sometimes these can be very intense, and they can be so intense that it feels very uncomfortable. And most of the time it's our human, but not only human, so you see it also with other animals, you see that you rather want to avoid being uncomfortable. I see the streaming is not very strong, so let me just check why that is. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So what discomfort, if or when you are experiencing discomfort, and this can be small things, it can be big sensations, but it's definitely something that you experience, and even during one day there can be this feelings rising, but maybe you might not even notice them. So explore this and observe it. Try to not do anything with it, try not to change it, but try just to observe it. You don't have to escape, and you can't even escape this moment. So if it's your habit to escape the moment or escape the situation that you're in, you can never escape the moment that you are in, which doesn't mean that you cannot leave, or you cannot say, I'm not going to stay with you anymore, to your partner because you're not happy, or it doesn't mean that you cannot say, I'm going to get another job because it doesn't fulfill me, or it doesn't bring out the good part in me. That is all possible. That's all. These changes, all these decisions are part of life, but you can never escape the moment you're in. So where you are right now, you can't escape it. So the best thing to do is to allow what is happening for you right now. To observe it from a little distance, to not judge it or try to change it. I will tell you what happened for me today. I had a very special healing session with a Japanese master who's visiting Holland, and he's staying with my neighbor friend who's also Japanese, so that's very nice. It's very close by, so I booked a session with him today, and I was just open for anything that came in the session. So and he doesn't speak English, so there was a translator also, and so many things happened, and I felt so many subtleties, changes in my body while he was giving me the healing, and also some exercises, some things that I had to do, and also emotions rose, and these emotions are just emotions. And while this happened, I could feel some kind of heat, but I feel right now, I also feel this. It's another kind of sensation because it's a different moment. But with the healing session, it was just very strong, and it was like an old trauma or something happened, and it just came up, and it brought tears to my eyes, and and it was just disappearing again, and other sensations that I experienced, and it was really intense and also really beautiful. And I think that usually when I start the stream, like now, in the beginning, I usually have a stronger, there's some kind of excitement, so there's this energy more higher, It's not always, but I notice it a lot. That the energy is higher up here in my chest, and also my arms, and then it gives this very warm, tingling, very subtle sensation, but it's just very warm, and that it settles again. It goes. It doesn't stay. Nothing stays. And I'm not saying that this is a uncomfortable feeling, but it's intense. It's actually very present. So everything goes, everything comes and everything goes. So your discomfort or your frustration or your emotions or your irritation, it comes sometimes and then it goes. And when you realize this, that this is not a fixed situation that is happening for you, it's just what is happening, it might change your experience. It might change your thoughts about what you're experiencing. It might allow you to be more gentle with yourself, to allow this discomfort in, to let it be. Because that's the big challenge, to let it be and to let it be, or to let it out, but to not oppress it, to not push it away and make it into, no, I'm not feeling anything, I'm not feeling uncomfortable. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. Your body doesn't mind. Your presence is not busy with any of this. Whether you are comfortable or uncomfortable, it just is. It just is present. So you can reflect on this any moment of the day, whether you are with yourself, and when you are consuming food or drinks, or when you are together with others, how you respond to company, how you respond to the behavior of others. So it's a very, it's subtle. I can say it's very subtle. You can't really pinpoint it because it's like I said, it's not a fixed thing. When you focus on it, it's already gone. When you focus on it to observe it, it's already changing. It's all the time changing, which is so beautiful. We are all the time continuously in movement, an unstoppable movement of birth and death, or birth and well, you know what I mean. Continuously there's in your body and in space, and in space outside of in the cosmic space, and also in the environment that you are living in, continuously cells are being broken apart and being reborn. They're being constructed and they're being destroyed. This is what is happening right now. Hi Anne, hi Tom, and hi Hennessy. Life is for living. That's what Hennessy is writing to me. I was told this today. I hope you don't mind me sharing this. This has made me feel that I have never lived in the right way. I guess whoever told you this, that's beautiful if somebody tells you this. Because it is, life is for living, and whether you might not have experienced it like that, or your perception changed, it was different than before, it doesn't mean that it's wrong what you used to do. It was just different. Like I'm saying that just the moment before I was reading your message on Skype was very different. It's the way things work. There is just an idea about an event, an experience. Let's say it's an experience, and that experience passed. It's long gone. Your life, the way you did it before, is long gone. It's not present. The only thing that's present is your presence, your life, and nothing else. So, but it's beautiful when there's other people who can remind you about your presence, that you are alive, whether this is painful to hear or whether there's some kind of recognition. And I guess that's why I do the streaming, because I suppose there's people who have a recognition and also an attraction, because there's something that you are looking for, something inside of you, something that you are longing for, or something that you know that there is, but you don't know how to remember. Or maybe you just like to watch the stream or follow the stream figuratively. So this idea of that your life was wrong is making you feel uncomfortable. It's some kind of discomfort. And when you get this message, what happens? What do you feel? What do you feel in your body? What does it do to you? What kind of sensations come up? What's happening? What do you feel? Do you feel this energy in your solar plexus? Does the energy rise? Does it make you feel heavy? What goes on? Just discover this, explore it. You are an explorer of your own life, of your own body, of anything that's going on for you. Hi Timotheus, you're welcome, and you're welcome here on the stream. You are saying, Hennessy, that life is for living my life. Life is living my life. I want to say, but it feels like I have failed to surrender to life. It's very understandable that you feel like this, but you have never failed. You could never fail in anything. You just lived, and you're still living, and you are doing this in the best way you can. You are doing this in the situation that is available for you right now, which means you're doing this with the tools that are known to you in this experience. And so if you are not so very aware of your conditioning, of your preferences or your dislikes and the way you are set up as a character, then this might mean that you make decisions, but you maybe are starting to realize that you're making other decisions than you would have done in the situations that you experienced before. But it doesn't mean that you failed. There is no such thing as failure. There's only an experience. And the only thing that happens in the mind is that the mind has an idea and it starts to separate these ideas. There is only unity, but the mind separates it because of our conditioning, because of patterns. It says, oh, you did bad, you're a bad boy. You should have done this different. You failed. You should feel guilty about what you did. All these things, all these ideas are so strongly based in our society. It's all because of religion, because of conditioning of family patterns, of the way you were raised and where you were raised. So it's good for you to realize that you can only work with the tools that you are given. And it's also good to realize that there's continuously appearing other tools in your life. It's never fixed. It's never finished. You can always, all your life, you can work on conditioning, you can work on changing patterns, you can work on feeling more comfortable or feeling more at ease with yourself, because you are going to meet people that are going to remind you about this, like this person that told you that life is for living. That's another tool. It just appeared, but it's actually not only a tool, it's actually the resonance, the reflection of what you are, and it's just speaking to you right away. And that's probably why it's also touching you, or when it does really something to you. So these things are good to realize. I'm coming to England in greet, like say hi or something like that. So I will let you guys know. maybe it's an idea, if you would like to be informed about this, to leave your email address if I'm not already having it. Because right now I don't really put events on my website or on Facebook, because I'm just well, it's not really my focus. But so if you would like to be informed about it, just let me know and send me your email address, and you can do this on Skype, or you can send it also to my email, which is below the videos. When you experience a sensation or a feeling of discomfort, like guilt, or this was wrong what I did, or I should do this differently, try to recognize the sensations these feelings of guilt or discomfort give you. So try to recognize when, like, you're frustrated, where in your body it is hurting, or there's this contracted energy, like a ball of frustrated energy. Where is it in your body? And also try to compare it with moments where you feel you are relaxed and you are open, or maybe you even feel love or compassion for someone else, or maybe even for yourself or your environment or an animal or whatever. So try to see what happens and where in your body you feel this energy opening up, and you feel the love streaming, or you feel some other kind of sensation that just kind of a very compressed energy, like a contracted energy, like stiff and inflexible energy, and hurtful, of guilt or anger, frustration. And then there's the other moment, and the other moment is like, it's a sensation that is definitely going on in your body, because there is this body that's all the time, well, just letting these things happen. And so explore this, observe it, and try to recognize, oh, now I have this, oh, this is the way it feels when I feel relaxed, or when I can feel love, even if it's for a very little moment. You can train yourself, you can start to recognize and realize, ah, yeah. And then maybe another moment you feel again this contracted energy, and you can start to feel again where that happens in your body, and maybe your response will be like, oh, this is bad, I should feel this bliss, I should feel love, or I should feel open, and because it's so much better. Okay, doesn't matter. You can have these thoughts. For sure you can have these thoughts that it's, we always want to be perfect. We can't be perfect. You can't make this experience into a perfect story. And actually, I hate perfect stories. It's so boring. Who likes a perfect story? Did you ever see a documentary, or well, films is fiction is a different thing, but documentaries are interesting because there's some kind of suffering, or there's some struggle, or there's something happening. So there is always this dynamics. There's the contraction and there's the open energy, and they're all the time changing. And after a while, when you start to get familiar with these dynamics, and you don't have to judge it all the time anymore, then it doesn't matter that much. It just comes, it goes, it's contracted, oh, it's open. It doesn't matter. You just have experiences, and they will come and they will go, and they won't stop. That is life's dynamics. It's not one fixed perfect image that's where you're going to reach, because there is nothing that you're going to reach in this perfect image. There is only this very aliveness of this moment where you are. Okay, just want to. Okay, so what's happening? Okay, Hennessy, I just want to tell you something. I just read your message, and I just want to tell you that I feel that you're putting a lot of strain and a lot of that you have to be something, you must achieve something, because otherwise you failed. And this is yeah, nobody can change this for you. If you feel like this, which is not really a feeling, it's a thought, but if that's the thought that is rising for you now, then that is your challenge. And I can only tell you to, I want to just tell you and ask you, just for yourself, to follow your sensation when you are busy with this, when you are busy with this idea. like you just wrote to me. What happens? What do you feel in your body? Some stress, some tension, some aggression? Because that's what I feel. I feel that there's a lot of things that you must do and you should achieve, and it's very strong. It's a very strong, like, yeah, it's like a survival, a pattern of survival. And I'm not saying that you should change it. I'm just saying that you could explore it and observe it through your body instead of your mind, instead of your strong thoughts that rise for you. Mm. Okay, I want to read to you guys a little piece of the book I'm writing. Life is an absolute insecure experience. Every moment is unknown, vulnerable, and in it you are naked. It is only through our patterns and the way we are programmed that we find it hard to stay open and vulnerable in every situation. Every day is an insecure happening, because you can never be sure what you will experience next. You can have an idea of security in a good job, a nice house, a steady relationship, or other material things. But that's not where security can be found. It's only an appearance. Just like the body that is giving the appearance of security. Like when you have the idea that you have a healthy body. Because there's no essential difference when you are ill, or without a job, or without a partner, or you feel lost, depressed, fear, or desires. This life is very insecure and open, and you are this openness that has to deal with amazing challenges and sometimes devastating situations. What usually happens is that you close yourself off from challenges, like fear and aggression, when you are confronted by it. And it's brave when you are able to let this in and sense your essence through your challenges. Yeah, so if there's more people that would like to ask me questions, you can do this through Skype. My Skype address is leehogenberg72. Thank you, Anne. I'm also really looking forward to the rest of it. I'm trying to write as much as I can, but sometimes it's just too much behind the computer and it's not good for me. So I need to go out in the garden. And also it's quite a challenge for me because I'm Dutch and I mean my English is pretty good, but I'm writing everything in English, which is really nice. It's I think it's pretty good what I've heard. But of course my vocabulary and what is it called? Well, the specific ways to build up the sentences and everything, they must be checked because I'm not a native speaker. Yeah, Hennessy, you're saying you're trying to find security, and what I was just reading to you, there is no security. There's absolute open presence. This open presence is it's not insecure, it's just present. It doesn't need to look for any security because it just is. Insecurity is here, and what you actually long for is not to live in security, but it's to live your nature, which is everything. It's the discomfort, and it is also the openness, the feeling of love, the feeling of a little moment of bliss, of something that you enjoy, a pleasure, but it's also the unpleasant things in life. It is actually to really embrace your life as it comes and to leave things open, to not be busy with the outcome or the expectations, because when you're going to be busy with I want to become or to gain some kind of security, then there's always the other side of security, that's insecurity. And so there will always be this disappointment of something that you won't be able to attain, something that you won't be able to achieve. But this is not about achievement. I'm not speaking about achieving anything. It's embracing life as it is, as it comes and goes. The up and down, the waves in the ocean, the big wave, which is like overwhelming. And I guess what you're experiencing now is this overwhelm of fear because you feel like you're losing everything. The grip on life, the grip on this idea of security. But when the big wave goes, there's a smaller wave, and it still keeps moving, and then there's maybe another big wave, another overwhelm. But it's always an up and down. There's never a constant. If you could describe it like I was saying before, a perfect life, would that be a secure life? I tell you, perfect life is this, about the depth of the moment of something that you're experiencing, feeling that is hard or that is uncomfortable, and then there's another experience, and it's lighter, and it's bringing you into some lighter experience. But the depth is actually what you long for, because that is what making your experience grow. That is what making your character grow in this experience. What you really long for is not to get rid of this insecurity, but to embrace it, to allow it in, to let everything in your body be present. I just would like to ask you, Hennessy, because I see that you're writing, is where do you live? In which part of the world? I would like to know where the people that I connect with come from. And where are you now? Oh, Cheshire, UK. Okay, nice. Okay, so you're in the UK too. That's good to know. I love the UK. It's beautiful. And where are you now? Okay, thank you. You're at home. Okay. That's exactly where you are. You are at home with yourself, in yourself, in this discomfort. You are at home. There's nothing else, Hennessy. There's only at home. You can never leave at home. Wherever you go, wherever you are, that's where you are. It would be lovely to meet you one day. But right now, I want to leave our conversation to this. Thank you very much for your questions and your messages. They're really helpful. They're really opening things. You're welcome, Hennessy. It's given me so much pleasure to do this. And when I just reflect right now in this very moment on my sensations, I just feel so much peace and and um, and just a very gentle, warm feeling is rising from my heart, because I just really love doing this. It's beautiful. There's another stream, and what do you mean? A chat? I don't see it. Where? I don't see anything, Anne. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay. So, if there is some other people that would like to connect with me, talk with me, ask me questions, you can still do this tonight. And otherwise, there's always the possibility to book a session if you would like to just connect one to one. We can do this also through Skype. I use Skype for this. Then you have to go to my website. Ah, no, right. That's right, Anne. You can't see the person I was chatting with because it's I talk with this person on Skype. People send me messages through Skype. That's what happens. Okay. I don't always chat on the Skype. I do see it, but I don't always respond to the chat below next to the stream. I mean. Yeah. I think what is a very helpful habit, if you are not already doing this, is to take your time, and to take your time with yourself. If you have the ability to be just by yourself and not around others, then you should definitely take this chance, because it's very uh, helpful to just be by yourself and reflect on what is going on for you, because sometimes it's very difficult to do this when you're also, because part of the conditioning, but just because we're empathic and sentient beings. It's once you are around other people, you are busy with other people. That's just a fact. You respond to people, you start to behave different, you adapt your behavior, you do things because or because not of other people around you. So when you want to shed this appearance, or to just break through certain patterns or conditionings, and take your time. Take as much time uh, as you can to be by yourself or to be with others, but not to talk, not to chit chat, just to be present. Maybe attend a Vipassana weekend or a silent, like I love to do, to dance and to not talk, like a silent dancing event or something like this. But in daily life, it can just be spending time with yourself in your house, in the comfort of your own home, or in the comfort of your pets, animals, or your garden. And it's summer, so maybe you have the ability to be a bit more relaxed and to allow this moments in your life. So just it's just a suggestion, and if you're already doing this, you probably know the benefits of spending time by yourself, and to not be all the time be busy with gaining something, information, or yeah, mainly information, but to also just let things come up within you, whether they're thoughts, ideas, feelings, emotions, and to just um, let them be. When you practice this, can give a sense of comfort and not only discomfort. Because maybe if you're not used to this, you might feel very uncomfortable. But maybe this will change. You never know. Things do change. So sometimes I feel like it would be nice to uh, do longer streamings, but then it would be great if there would be more interaction with others, because I mean I do like to talk, but sometimes I just usually I'm not even really looking at the clock, but now I was just looking at the clock, and then I feel like, yeah, 1 hour is good. 1 hour just feels good, actually, around an hour. Sometimes a little bit shorter, sometimes a little bit longer. But if you would appreciate a longer streaming, I will be happy to do this. It's just that, tonight, if there's more interaction, sometimes it's also really beautiful what can happen. Oh my god, and that doesn't sound good. The city opened shelter due to the weather, because of the drought or the... Yeah, wow, that's amazing. Oh, we're drowning in rain? Is that what you're saying? Oh my god. That's not good. That's not good news. Such extreme weather these days. Are you okay then? Because you're near the ocean, eh? Yeah. Wow. We need some rain. And the roads are flooded. My god. And amazing. Strange. Okay, guys. I'm glad you are fine. And I hope it won't get worse, the situation there. And I wish you all a very good week. Next week, let me see. Oh yeah, next week I still have a stream. And then the other Tuesday, 7th of August, I won't be here. We'll be in England. So, yeah. See you next week, guys. Thank you for being here and see you next week. Bye bye.